tragedy occurred this afternoon on the slopes of Mount Bachelor when a skier died after he became trapped in a tree well. Here is what we know. Dispatchers say they received an emergency SOS text from an Apple device around 3 this afternoon with a message reporting a trapped and injured person in steep terrain. Ski patrol was immediately deployed and the man was found on the west side of the mountain. Rescue crews say the victim was unresponsive and buried headfirst in a tree well. It took about 15 minutes to dig him out. Those on the scene tried CPR, but the skier did not make it. He's now been identified as 34-year-old Benjamin Shelkey of Seattle. Tonight, the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office expressing its condolences to his family and warning everyone to stay vigilant, even when skiing inbounds in resort areas, given these deep snow conditions. Let's bring in Matt Zaffino now with more insight on conditions in the Cascades. Matt, just an absolute tragedy here.
Absolutely, David. It's just brutal. And, you know, that's the west side of the mountain there. I know it pretty well over by the Northwest and Outback chairlifts. And tree wells are a real danger when we start getting this heavy snow. Speaking of which, we'll start at Timberline. This is what it looks like right now. It's dumping again. In the last, 3 days, there's been 31 inches new at Timberline. And this is one of the smaller amounts in the Cascades. As we go farther south, the amounts just got even heavier because that band of precipitation was focused a little bit south of us. So Mount Bachelor in the last week, 61 inches of new snow. That's 5 feet. And when it settles and then you get swirling around a tree, that's what creates a tree well. For those who don't know, a tree well is an area around a tree that is excavated from snow, basically by wind or by heating from the tree itself. And if you're skiing or snowboarding and you fall into one of those, they can be deep. The snow can collapse in on top of you and they can be impossible to get out of.